So hey there you guys, NexGenStriker here, back for another video. I'm recording this all on the same day because I have a lot of ideas flowing. But today I wanted to talk about Street Fighter vs. Tekken. Now this is one of the most anticipated fighting games that's going to come out next year. And I'm telling you not to buy it. Now, why would I tell you not to buy a game that's clearly going to be awesome? Well, let me give you a visual representation, okay? Now, does anyone remember this game, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, remember how anticipated it was, and remember how loved it was when people got it, but there was a serious problem, a lack of content. Now, a few months later, something happened. Ring a bell, anybody? And it's not just Marvel vs. Capcom, it's Street Fighter as well. Street Fighter, you know how many times that's been released over and over ever since the days of Street Fighter 2? Yeah, don't even try to count. It's ridiculous. But you guys continue to buy it. Continue to buy it. I mean, it's disappointing. Now, I know a lot of you are maybe newcomers. I mean, I was a newcomer when I bought Marvel vs. Capcom, so I didn't know what was going to happen, you know? And I was thinking, like many other people, oh, well, you know, it's Marvel, and Marvel won't do that to their fans. There'll be too many licensing issues and blah, blah, blah. Well, as we can see, that's not the case. Now, I know a lot of people will probably say, oh, well, quit your whining, you know, you can get over it, you can not buy it. Well, no, I have a serious problem with this. Why is it that Capcom feels the need to re-release the same thing over and over and not even try? I mean, even with this game, it has more characters, but that's it. It doesn't have any more fighting modes. I mean, yes, it did have the spectator mode, which should have been in it originally, and then it added that new free mode, but still, that's not enough. I mean, okay, look at this game. Now, I know that many of you might not like Mortal Kombat. It's, you know, if you like Mortal Kombat, you like it. If you don't, you don't. That's just the way it is. But let's not compare the gameplay with this. But let's just make a little comparison contrast here. Now, what did Mortal Kombat have that Marvel vs. Capcom didn't have? I'll tell you. Content. Content, people. Mortal Kombat had a story mode, which it wasn't too long, but it was pretty good, honestly. Story mode, arcade mode, which was the story mode of this game. It had a ladder mode where you would, you know, do all these, or it wasn't ladder, it was a challenge tower, sorry. Where you do all these different and unique challenges, mini games actually. And that was fun. It had the crypt, which was a lot of unlockable content. It had concept art, music, all these different things. And what did Marvel vs. Capcom have? Practice mode. And you know what? What's going to stop Capcom from making another version of this? They made another version of Street Fighter. They made Super Street Fighter, and then they came out with an arcade edition, which was pretty much just 2 more characters and a few minor changes. I mean, no big deal, right? And you could choose not to buy that one. It was actually downloadable. You know, you could just download the stuff that was on that, not buy the disc. But still, Capcom just continues to add on to their games rather than make a new one or just pack the content into this one game. Why can't they do that? I mean, this was in development for supposedly 2 years. What happened to that? What happened? Did they just fool around or what? Now, I will say that the fighters were all unique in Marvel vs. Capcom, but aside from the fighting, what was there to the game? Nothing. Nothing. And the online was pretty bare bones too. It was just ranked or, you know, just battle for fun. That was pretty much all it was. And, you know, you could have a lobby. Wow. And then you would watch cards like hump each other until the battles were over. I mean, come on, Capcom. Are you really expecting us to be impressed with this? No, we're not impressed with this. Now, I know a lot of you will just say, well, it's all about the fighting. But seriously, are you really going to continue to play this game over and over just to fight? I mean, there's nothing else to do in the game. Now, I know that sounds silly, but, I mean, what is there besides versus mode? Nothing. Nothing. I'm telling you, nothing. Now, that's not saying I didn't have fun with the game. I did have fun with the game, but after I got through with versus mode, I mean, there was nothing else to do, you know what I'm saying? And the arcade mode, just unlocking all those little crappy character endings when they promised there was a story mode, no, that was not alright. And what really ticks me off even more than this is their DLC. Now, they've had DLC. They actually had 2 DLC characters, which was Jill and Shima Garoth, before their big conspiracy as to why they decided to release this. That's another topic, though. I won't talk about that. But they released those 2 for the original Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Okay? And then for this game, you still have to download them. Why is that? Why? To make the people feel like they're complete idiots for buying it their first time? I mean, come on. Oh, and here's another problem I have. This is the special edition, as you can tell. So I thought to myself, well, I'm not going to trade it in. You know, you got this really nice cover, and then you got this comic book. But here's the problem. The comic book was included at the beginning of this game. You know, that makes me feel stupid now for even wanting to buy this thing in the first place. I'm really just debating never buying a new Capcom game again. I mean, this is ridiculous. And you know what? Their other DLC, they've had costume packs. Now, why can't the costume packs be on the original game disc? I mean, they're already actually there. They're just locked. Why do you do that? Just to get extra money? I mean, no. I mean, most people, including myself, are not just gonna buy a costume pack. Capcom. That is pathetic. Pathetic. And you know what else? Even with this new game, they already have 2 costume packs. Yeah, they already have 2 costume packs. And the DLC that was for this game, yeah, I took the game out, as you can tell, so, you know, nothing in there. But the DLC for this game doesn't transfer to this game. Remember the shadow battles? Where did those go? They're nowhere. Now, I know I got off on a bit of a rant on Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm sorry, I could not resist. I just had to destroy this game. But the problem is, and the reason why I've talked about this, is that they're going to do the same thing to Street Fighter vs. Tekken. Now, why can't they just do a Mortal Kombat and release one game, release a few fighters that you can optionally buy, and that's it? You know, like this game had enough content to where it was kind of okay to do that. And they even released a special to get pay $15, get 4 characters. That's not bad. I mean, it's still pricey, granted. Characters should not cost that much, in my opinion. But, you know, they've only released one version of Mortal Kombat 9. Why can't Capcom learn from their mistakes? Why do they continue to just be greedy and get rid of all their fans? So I'm telling you guys this, so please do not buy Street Fighter vs. Tekken. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game, because it probably is going to be a good game for Street Fighter and Tekken fans. But just resist buying it new. Wait until they release a super version, or wait until you can buy it really cheap used. That's my advice to you guys. Please follow it. I'm not hating on you guys that like the fighting games. I'm a fighting game fan, as you can tell. I have on all these games. But as you can tell from this, I got this used. And you know what else? I didn't even buy it. I had someone else buy it for me, because I knew that I would not want to buy this game myself, and that my brother just begged me to buy it. So I was like, okay, let's get a relative to buy it for me. But you know, I'm not doing this anymore. Capcom, you've had enough. Resident Evil is the last resort. You've killed Devil May Cry. You've killed the fighting games. If you kill Resident Evil, I will be pissed. Okay? So regardless of what you think, just please do not buy Street Fighter vs. Tekken new. I've laid out the reasons why. If you continue to support Capcom, you're just going to take it in the butt. I mean, I can't say anything else. That's what's going to happen. So please, just stay away. Stay away from that game. That's all I have to say to you guys. Please like, comment, give me your thoughts. No haters, because I know you Capcom haters are out there, and I don't really care what you have to say, because you have no really good reasons. I don't care if it's business strategy. Business strategy is not for the fans, darn it. So anyway, that's all I have to say, you guys. If you liked what you've seen, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.